You weren't supposed to make it out alive of the situation they left you in, but you did anyway, and now they're going to pay. Ah, I had to laugh at those haters one time. About to drop a tear of laughter one time for these haters. Oh man. Um, they didn't have any faith in you. No faith at all. You weren't supposed to get out of that. You know how they tried to act like they weren't doing anything, but they were, and they didn't think you would see it, but you saw it, and you knew that it was coming to a point to where they were going to dip. You were going to have to take care of that whole situation by yourself, and you did. So it's like whatever they tried to do, it didn't get done. You're where you are now because of all that momentum that you kept pushing, you kept rising, and it was all because they saw how close you were getting. They saw you were getting close. They saw that good things was about to happen, and they still are. But for this particular situation, this person found something out that was key, that was crucial, and you were supposed to not make it out of this one. They didn't know what was going to happen, and they didn't care. But they said, you know what? Yo, we gotta this is done. But I'm not trying to help him no more. I don't want this to work out for him anymore. They didn't want to help you anymore. They didn't want to see things work out for you anymore. But they didn't realize it wasn't them that played a part in how good things were working out for you. You already know who played a major role in things working out for you. It was the Most High. All right, He's always creating a positive plan for good things to happen in your reality. God's always making a way for something good to happen for you. Other people think it might be them because they're vanity. They may be a really vain person, thinking that you weren't supposed to make it out of that situation, like they had the power to actually do that. That in itself right there says a lot about how this person thinks of themselves. They may have even thought that they were God, and they probably did. They didn't think that you were smart enough, and they didn't think that you would be able to come up with a plan or a strategy to help you move around this situation. But you're the type of person that always thinks. You're always a step ahead. You're not the type to just fall back and let yourself drown in a negative, toxic situation. There's always something a person can do, and you're always the person that is doing something because you already know you can. You're the type of person that knows they can. Like some people, I honestly believe they want to test us and they want to see if we're going to make it out of a situation, and they want to see if we're going to let anything stop us. But it's like, are they the ones that are unintelligent? Because they should already know the answer to that. You think they would. You think they could see it because you know the type of energy that you give off. You know the type of vibe that you give off to people. You know what people see when they look at you. A go-getter, a hustler, a boss, someone that is also humble, but also ready to rumble. So I'm humble, but I'm ready to rumble. Not looking for any trouble. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble. All right, you don't want any trouble. No troubles. All right, you don't want any troubles. But they decided to bring some trouble your way, and they decided to trouble you. It's just like in the Bible. People will get together, see you got on the colorful coat, and they'll try to throw you in a ditch. Joseph wasn't supposed to make it out that ditch. And the ditch that they created for you, the ditch they dug for you, you weren't supposed to make it out that ditch either. You weren't supposed to make it out of that situation. They're better off digging their own ditch to fall in, or digging some money ditches or some wealth ditches, or you know, the type of ditch that they dug for you, they done messed around and created a ditch for themselves to fall into. And we're not even worried about how or when or what, because we made it out alive. We're still here. And that's the only thing that we're keeping our mind on, is that we made it out. Why would I be mad over something that's past or beyond me, something that I escaped? It's time to let go. It's time to get over. It's time to move on. We made it out alive of the situations that we got away from. We made it out alive of those situations. You know, whatever they did is done. The type of person that they are, they got to live with that. They got to live with the type of person that they are. And you know how that must suck. To have to live with that every day. You don't even like being around that for the time being. They got to live with that every day, every day, every day, every day. They got to live with that every day, every day, every day, every day. Shout out to Slim Thugs. I mean, shout out to Bone. Shout out to Bones. Shout out to Slim Thug, because I'm a boss. All right. I knew it was right. Look at God. Shout out to Slim Thug. I'm a boss. And I'm about everything peaceful. All right. And shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony, because that's where that every day, every day, every day, that's where that comes from. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. But also shout out to Slim Thug. Keeping that thug spirit alive, as far as the go-getter, the hustler, the underdog. Making it out of the worst circumstances. Situations where people were left for dead. Situations where you weren't supposed to make it out alive. And you did. Some of these situations are not even that serious. It's not even that dire of a situation. You may be working at a restaurant. You may have a job where, they left you. They didn't think you would make it out alive. They left you all this work. Thought if you wouldn't complete it, oh, that has to get done. Put you in one of those situations to where it's almost impossible. But luckily, you have the mind to where nothing is impossible. So you got that done, and possibly even had some time to chill. They don't know who they're dealing with. They don't know what type of mind God has blessed us with. So the little games that they play, and the things that they do to try to destroy us, we're able to think our way out of it. All right, we're able to use our mind to get out of most of the situations that they try to put us in. A lot of us are, if not all of us, I say all of us are thinkers on this channel. I know you are. If you watch this channel, I know you're a thinker. I know your mind works similar to my own. That's why we're cool like that. That's why you love this channel. And that's why I love that you watch this channel. All right. So we made it out of, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. We're still alive. All the people who may have wanted something bad to happen to us, it didn't happen. It probably happened to them. And if it did, like I said, we don't care. All right, it's time for us to keep our mind focused on the good things in life. I know that's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on the good things in life. I want to know when my next vacation is going to be. I want to know the next time I'm about to do something fun. I want to focus on all the blessings that I have coming into my life and all the good that I want to do. I'm focusing up. We're all focusing up. And they're big mad because our attention is off of them, off of what they did. Off with their head, off with what they did. Same thing. But they've already dug their own ditch. They're going to pay for that. Their time is going to come. But instead of keeping our minds on that, it's about our time that's going to come, that we're going to be able to enjoy ourselves once again. Because life is a very precious thing. It's a very beautiful thing. And to be able to wake up and enjoy yourself and think about your future and all your plans would better suit you than to keep your mind on what they did. And they're probably going to keep doing it to whoever they want to do it to. But as long as it's not you and you made it out alive, why should we be upset? Some people, they have it out for us. They've had it out for us. They wanted to see us in a bad situation and not be able to come out of it. But the type of spirit that you have, that's just not possible. Their words aren't strong enough. What they say isn't strong enough, and neither are them. So you made it out of a situation. What's next? What's next is to just live your life. All right? You don't know how bad these people wanted to stop you from having a good time, enjoying yourself, enjoying your day, always wanting to see you at a lower vibration because you know how you feel. You feel really good all the time. And you're supposed to. You're supposed to feel good all the time. There are times where that may not happen, but there is more times that you feel good than you feel bad. So why not allow a bad situation to be forgotten, to be let go, to not haunt you? All right, don't let your past haunt you. Don't let your past continue to cause you to feel some type of way about who you are. You're not your past. That the past is long gone. All right. All the people who didn't want to see us make it out alive, guess what? You're still, if you're watching this video, you're still kicking. You're still alive if you're watching this video. So they lost. It's time to celebrate that W and celebrate that win of being able to wake up for another day. Because all the people who didn't want to see you make it out alive of that situation, they have to see you live your life every single day. And when you get away from them and they have to stalk you to do it and search you up to do it, it's even worse because they're not able to damage you. They're not even able to get close to you. They're not going to stop watching you. But their curse is having to see you live a good life. Their curse is having to see you be what they never wanted you to be. All right, if somebody didn't want you to make it out alive of a situation, it's for a reason. They probably saw something in you that they wanted to kill. All right, your dreams, some of your dreams weren't supposed to make it out alive of certain situations. Some of these people wanted to kill your dream. All right, you wanted to play piano, they told you to do this. You wanted to become an artist, they told you to do that. They told you you wouldn't be whatever. Told you it wouldn't work out for you. Some of them, they wanted to kill your dream, and you didn't listen. And some of you now are bearing the fruits of your, or enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? And now you're so happy that you didn't listen. All right, somebody out there is so happy that they went against the grain and didn't listen to somebody else's negative idea of what they were trying to do for themselves. You know, when you imagine how that's going to feel when you finally get paid off right for not listening to someone who is trying to veer you away from your purpose. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, I don't think that'll work out for you. It feels good to ignore people and actually see things do what they're supposed to do. All right, a lot of us were thought out to never become anything. All right, a lot of us were thought out to never become anything. Oh, they're not going to make it out of this. They're not going to become anything. They're just going to be suffering at the hands of our fate. We're going to have this person under our control for as long as we want. This person will never get out of this situation. They'll never become who they're supposed to be. They'll never do what they're supposed to do. Those people are paying right now. All right. Whether they have to pay with their life, or they have to pay with their tears, or they just have to pay up in general with their time. They're going to have to pay some kind of way. Even if it's them having to pay attention. Because we all know that's what they love to do. They love paying attention to you, especially after they've done something. They like to check back in and check on you and see how things are going. How are you? Just to see how badly you're doing. And we know that's wicked. You're gonna cause me some harm and then call to check up on me and see how I'm doing, knowing you really don't care about how a person is doing. They really don't care. Some of them really don't care. They're just calling to see how things are going as far as what they did to you is concerned. How bad did they damage you? How bad did they hurt you? Are you still hurting? Are you still angry or upset? That's what they want to know. Are you still suffering? Are things still going bad for you? Not anymore. Things are looking up. And they're going to keep looking up. You made it out of a situation that you weren't supposed to. You got some character now. You got some strength now. You feel a little different about yourself now. You're starting to feel yourself a little bit. And you should. You deserve that. Because you didn't retaliate. You didn't repay evil for evil. You let God handle that situation. You should feel good about yourself. That's God being proud of you. That's what you feel. You feel the angels dancing up in heaven and rejoicing over the choices that you're making. Because you know you're doing what's right. Because you're doing what God told you to do. And what he put in you. You're going off of your feeling with that. They might have wanted you to be spiritually dead. They might have wanted you to become a zombie, give up on your purpose, give up on your dream, and just be walking around watching TV, eating snacks, paying attention to everything on social media. giving up on life and just letting it go as it comes. But you still didn't throw your life away. Some people get into rough and harsh situations and they allow that to be the end of them. They allow that to be game over for them. Well, how am I going to make it out of this? Some people don't think that they're going to be able to get out of a situation. And that's what saved you. Positive thinking. The power of positive thinking saved you. You're too positive for their liking, and you're too positive for them to kill. You're too positive for them to destroy. Your spirit is too strong at this point. All they could do is sit back and watch. And they may not even be sending curses out at you anymore because they're afraid of what's going to come back and hit them because they know they're going to have to pay. I don't even think these people are sending curses our way anymore because they know it's going to return the sender. They know it's going to come right back out at them. They know they're going to have to deal with it. They send it out, it's going to come right back. Whatever you want for somebody else, you end up getting that for yourself. You want it for yourself esoterically. We are all one. Just like Frankie Beverly and Maze. We are one. We are one. Whatever you send out to somebody else, you're going to get that back. They will pay. They're going to pay. So be proud of yourself. Somebody tried to hit you with the fatal blow. Finish him. They tried to us of everybody they wanted to come up against. They tried to finish us and put our lives to an end. God forbid. They knew that wasn't going to happen. And these people are probably doing worse off than they've ever been. I'm trying to tell you. They're doing worse off than they've ever been. They're probably not doing as good as they were when you last had an encounter with them. What they did is starting to get to them, starting to stress them out. So it is what it is. We're going to keep thriving. We're going to keep making it out alive of every situation they try to put us in. And that trouble is going to fall on them. That trouble is going to fall on them. So they better be careful with what they wish for. They better be careful with what they're playing with the forces that they're coming up against. They don't have to know. You don't have to go telling them things are going to happen to them and they're doing wrong, and you don't have to tell them where they're going. You don't even have to contact them at all. If they hit you up, don't even respond. If they call to check up on you, don't even answer. Why would someone that was doing all that try to call you and check up on you? They're not calling to see how you're doing in a good way. The people who do you wrong, psychologists say the reason why they call to check up on you is to see how bad they left you. And to see how what stage you're still in, to see how your healing process is going. Don't let these people patronize you or play with you. Oh, so and so is still dealing with that. Don't let people play games with you. Don't let childlike minded adults play childlike games with you anymore. Those games are played out, playtime's over. You're not playing around. There's nothing about you that says you're playing around. So it is what it is. They'll get the message. People will get the message. They'll understand. They have to at this point. And if they don't, you don't give a damn. Peace.